Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Cashflow Digital. And these guys look very serious today. I'm actually scared. But before we go into anything, check out ODYS. The link is below if you want £100 sign-up bonus for age domains or done-for-you affiliate websites.
They're working on my content right now, dude. I've been working with them. They're doing some research. I'm throwing them some data, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun build for Brad and I. I'm looking forward to it.
Is that the, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but is that the kind of live case study thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm working on a campaign, and we're using their domain, and I'm trying to use their content because what I've seen is my students like literally buying the domain and the content, throwing that up, and before they get to anything else, they start to convert. So I kind of want to see like the whole process of like, let's throw the domain up, throw the content up, and see where it gets to, man. Because anything that can be as simple as paying for something and throwing it up is like something
that's scalable. Really like.
Yeah, that's scalable in my eyes. You know, it's a cash flow. It's a revenue stream, and anything where I can just invest and make money is what I want to do. What's up, LinkedIn user? How did Twitch go, Craig? How's Twitch been?
Do you know what? I've not even fucking checked. I've not even I don't think it's that well, though, because I've got no following in Twitch. So I'm just putting it out because there's a fucking space available to do it. So I think I need to, I've not even updated like with a profile picture on Twitch or nothing. So I need to look into it. But I've literally taken the last week off. I kind of went through a phase there where I just couldn't be asked. You ever get that? You feel burnt out and, and you can't be asked. So I've tried to avoid doing anything in the last week, to be honest, other than doing these shows and shit like that. But I just went through a phase where I was just like, I can't be fucking asked. And you know, I even this morning I'm still ranting. There's guys.
I just booked my 4-hour call with you.
I did too, bro. I did too.
We both did on the same day. Not at the same time, of course.
I thought you weren't going to share our private conversations with everyone.
Yeah, I know. Dude. Now I can't find you on Insta Twitter.
Fucking honestly grim. Like then they start hounding my fucking wife because I blocked them. It's
really?
Honestly, mate, I put another post up. So the guy basically booked in for the 4-hour fucking webinar interview or whatever it was. And I'm like, no, like, fuck off.
Do you have a place somewhere where people are signing up for this stuff? I don't know.
No, they're just fucking randomly adding me. Like, I don't even know where they got my booking, like my calendar link from.
Really? So they didn't pay, and then it took them over somewhere, and they just booked a 4-hour.
They just
I thought they had paid.
So they could book 4 hours on your calendar.
You know what's funny? Speaking of calendars, back when Mike used a calendar for a week, it was hilarious because he's like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "My wife put fixed toilet in my calendar."
No, it's true. I started getting all these like freaking like items that I was supposed to do, and
you filled her. You know, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that with Kelsey. I'll get a hold of her calendar and then start filling that up with shit. You know, that'd be good.
Give her it's date night.
But I blocked the motherfucker, and he added my wife and was like, "Why's Craig fucking blocked me?" I'm like, fuck this shit, man.
Because that's why.
Because you're stalking the shit out of him, bro.
Leave me, man. So, yeah, man, I'm just going through that phase just now where I'm just like, I'm going to go fucking off right now for a and
I'll tell you, I was a little disappointed that you did not respond to my call out this morning, though, Craig.
I didn't even see it, mate. I've been to the gym and shit, so I've not even fucking...
Check Facebook when you get a chance.
See, that's the thing. I'm now scared to look at my Facebook, even for fun and banter. I'm just like, I can't even be asked opening it because it's going to be, I don't know what I'm getting.
You're blown up, yeah. I have a few specific people, and they're old friends, so it's not a big deal. But like it'll be random ass times. So like I wake up and I'm like drinking coffee at like 4 or 5 in the morning, flipping through, and they're like, "Hey," and they'll try and call me like through Messenger or something.
Oh man,
plenty of fish. Have you seen the because that's a Christian dating thing? Have you seen the dude wearing the shirt? It's like, "I met my boyfriend on Plenty of Fish" or whatever. Or no, it's Christian Mingle. Sorry, Yeah, they're both Christian places, but it was hilarious. It was
Plenty of Fish Christian?
I thought they were.
No.
Is it like loaves of fish? No?
I don't think they are, dude. I just remember everyone used to run that affiliate program back in the day, dude. It was Plenty of Fish all day long. But
who in here ran those offers, like the dating shit, like back with the like mystery method and shit like that? Post up below.
Yes.
That's something I never got into. That's a niche that
this guy here, Clint, has got to have been involved. She's involved. He's probably involved. Yeah, I can fucking pick them out from here, man. Who's been involved. But also Chase, this man, thank you very much, Chase, by the way. This guy's been involved in that game as well. In fact, it's Chase, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I've heard rumors that Chase was in a porn movie.
Dude, I remember that. Like, everyone was talking about Chase's adult industry. I don't even know if it was ever true, dude.
Some people I know were voraciously, if that's a real word, looking for the scenes. I don't know.
I was looking for the scenes, dude. I've been looking for Chase in adult films for days, dude. Like, that's just my thing.
Ever since he was doing those calls in the closet on Josh's shit back in the day.
Yep. Hey, dude, the adult industry was an interesting industry. I know that some of you are still in it, but like when we lost the studio because the dude took the master take.
Put this in an SEO shorts, hashtag SEO shorts or whatever. And it's SEO stories or like old school SEO stories. This is good.
So we're making video. We're running a studio out of Solana Valley in San Diego County, and one of our investment partners' uncle died, right? And so dude goes and he takes supposedly what's a video of his family member, and it gets put into the VHS tape player, the recorder, whatever the fuck that thing is called now. And it goes on, and all of a sudden the dude, my investor's daughter, sees her physical trainer, who was my other partner, in a scene with this chick that we had hired to come down from LA. And it's at the family funeral, and everyone's looking at dude like, what the hell, dude? Because he put this porn on, right? Well, it was our porn that we made, right, for the site that I was running.
Mike mislabeled it.
And dude, like, that's when our investment capital.
Did you get that memoir from my grandpa? Yeah, here you go.
No more investment capital, dude. Like, the daughter, the family, the wife, they all saw a dude that they know as their physical trainer doing things as a physical trainer in an adult film that people do in an adult film, because it was all based around physical trainers and women hiring a physical trainer to come to the house. So it smashed that campaign, dude. But it was like the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Like the most ridiculous reason I've seen a campaign come to an end.
Here, I've got a classic story, by the way, before we go into anything. And it goes for this guy, Dan.
You could honestly have a whole show every week, just like SEO shenanigans or something.
Yeah. But this is a classic, right? So, Dan, I've got a confession I'm going to make live on here, Dan. So, Dan Ray is a UK-based SEO guy, and he ended up going out with this porn star girl. And he got involved in some of the videos. So people like in our community, like in our WhatsApp group, are like, fuck, Dan's in a fucking porn, and they're like sending links to each other and all that shit. Now, there's obviously some gullible people in there as well. So I think there was 2 videos of Dan like doing this porn thing, and it was getting sent around. So I did a third Dan, it was me, and I've got this guy. This guy was fucking a dog. But you couldn't see the guy's face, so I sent all 3 of these to a guy called Tom Livingston. So Tom Livingston's like, I can't believe fucking Dan Ray fucked a dog and all that stuff. And about 4 days later, Tom Livingston was talking to me, and he says, hey mate, do you know that Dan Ray's been in a porn and all that? And I'm like, oh really? And he went, yeah, look at this. And he sent me the 3 links, and I'm like, dude, come on, that's got to be a lie. I can't believe you just said that Dan Ray was fucking a dog. And he's like, and then he came back to me about 3 hours later. He went, you bastard, it was you that fucking people were spreading shit around. Dan, that was me. I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't know who found it, but I think someone was just snooping around and like that. You know what it's like? Chinese whispers. Someone's like, Dan raising a fucking pawn, and then someone
like telephone
in the WhatsApp group just said,
and then Craig immediately goes to a dog, dude.
I know, I'm a speedy bastard, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, dude.
So sorry, Dan, but yeah, Dan's laughing at it. He can take it. But they've got a few others here. Chase said he ranked a website for porn or something. I'm not sure.
Kirk was in that for a while, wasn't he? I know he kept freaking talking about that.
Dog porn?
Like, no, not dog porn. Maybe. I don't know what the niche was. Bang Bros or whatever.
Oh yeah, he was doing that. You're right. He was doing those videos.
Videos.
Do you know that Jordan used LD singles with your face on it, Mike?
He did.
Is that true?
Before or after the fancy haircut, though?
This is super fancy. You see how I did this little bump right here? You know, the secret is, like, I'm running around going, where's my hat, Steph? Dude, you wore my hat last. Where's my damn hat? She's like, why don't you go comb your hair? I'm like, I want my damn hat.
Yeah. Want my hat.
Anyway.
Nitro Pack or WP Rocket, I never liked them, personally, just because of security issues and other shit, but that's just me. And when I started doing this, they didn't have that shit, so I had to find other solutions.
I like WP Rocket personally. Nitro Pack I have used, and it did go super fast, but I've heard other stories saying it kind of tricks the tools and stuff, and it isn't actually that fast. But I'm a WP Rocket fan, I'm not going to lie, but I'm not a developer, so I have to cheat a little bit. Brad,
yeah.
What about you?
Do you use one of the plugins?
No, not really. I install as little as possible on every build because I know I'm just going to spam it out. So
pretty much everything is in a bot that's going to get installed. Like, so building out what's going to be there and then throwing it up there with a bot. But I mean, realistically, with everything coming up with Core Web Vitals, we've got like an opportunity to sell based around that, even if it's not a big deal for what we're doing. Like, it's an opportunity to make money, essentially. So it's like back in the day when the dub shit came out and it wasn't something you could declare in Google. That was the source of a lot of income for me, because I would just run a crawl on a random set of sites all day long and let those go out as an email saying, look, this is an issue, you're losing rank based on this. And the percentages based on people that respond when you give them a help out for free is pretty decent, like 5% on cold, 5-7% on cold. So random, but like that kind of thing right there, I think will come in handy. Like, hey, did you know there's a plugin you can install on your website that will fucking handle this whole new update for you, blah, 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 blah. Use it for your advantage, you know?
We have a question for you guys from Paul Whitman, looking for coaching on building GMBs in bulk and verify. He really needs help with this.
We're not doing any verification training at the moment.
No, we're not.
It's even hard to buy them right now.
When they ask, like I just recently helped a student do a bunch of listings actually because they asked for help doing it. So yeah, it's something we can help with. I mean, if you have questions, if we can help you, we will. Just nfgseo.com/7 if you want to ask a specific question. Get in there and like send a message on Skype, and we might be able to help you out. But it's not something that we're officially supporting in the training or anything.
Can I just ask why that would be? Just so that other people can understand. Is it because the verification method changes all the time, or
methods come and go is the issue at the moment? When we have 3 or 4 methods that are currently working lined up, then we don't mind sharing 1 or 2. When things tighten up, I don't want to show someone something and then like next week it's going to go away. So when it's rocky like it is right now, then I don't worry about it as much.
I mean, the same, realistically, like the methods I recently am helping people with are the same methods that we've been using for a decade plus.
It's just tweaking. And then, I mean, the thing is, like with one specific method, like Mike mentions a method that we've been using, for years. You take that specific method, it's not the exact same. So there's this tweak and that tweak and this tweak, and you got to kind of fuck around with it a little bit. So I just don't want to provide support for that as well.
It's hard to, it's not something, because it also depends on the capability of a person and the resources that people have. So it's kind of hard to support a whole bunch of different people doing the same thing, but doing it very differently, you know? So it's more of like teaching someone how to fish. Like, definitely will answer questions and point people in the right direction. And I'm seeing people successful with it right now as we speak from helping them. But that's got to be on an individual level, you know, and just a conversation.
Also, Matt Rose is asking, why is it /7?
Because you get 37 days. Yeah.
It's because of Nurgle.
That too.
That's the blessed number, bitches.
What's up, Gary Farmer from the train?
Gary Farmer's on the train. My whipping
Gary
boy.
Farmer from the block.
Yeah. Are you still stalking him, Mike?
I am, dude. I've been looking at his pictures lately.
Just curious to know if that was
I just want to see what he's going to do with that. What is that, a bottle? Yeah. Where's he going to put that?
Oh, I know. I've seen his pictures.
Yeah, I've seen him play FIFA.
Clint, Nitro Pack is postponing all JavaScript execution.
There are some funny articles out there on how to get 100% on all your vitals and your page speed stuff. So it's kind of silly right now. Silly.
Paul Clark, you guys tried Lightspeed server with cache pre-crawl thing. Got time to first byte down to 10 milliseconds. You can do the same with W3TC, but need to piss about with cron or use WP CLI. I have no idea.
I just don't care.
Yeah. As long as my server is secure and not really getting hacked that often, then I'm typically pretty good with it.
Another question.
Video Viper.
Are you using the Video Viper tool? And he also.
How do you grow a clone in a farm, dude? What's that seed?
You plant it.
No,
you gotta surround it in rice, so.
Because it has water in it, bro.
Yes.
It needs to dry out. No, Video Viper does sound familiar. Is that one that the dude threw out there as an upgrade to like SaaS thing that does like the paraphrasing of the descriptions and shit? Because if it is, like, I mean, a tool's cool, but you can do that shit by yourself. You know, grab a transcript and paraphrase it and throw it in there.
I think the Viper tool it's fine. I think it's a good enough tool. It also installs, it's like a Chrome thing. So their whole setup. So if you install it, it's installing something in your Chrome, and it's using your computer for everyone else's views and stuff like that. So essentially, I think the setup would work very, very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's something I've played around with. Obviously, I had a bit of a online run.
There's a couple services that do something similar. They hijack plugins, Chrome plugins, to get views and things like that. I mean, it's the same concept, except legitimate, right? Not hacked. So it'll work.
But as Holly says, you will drop like a ton of bricks when you turn it off. That is what you need to be careful of. Is it sustainable? Are you going to keep,
now, will it drop you past where you were, or will it just kind of reset you to where you were, Holly? Is it like a negative tool,
kind of slow it back down?
Yeah,
that's what used to happen when I used to buy cheap clicks. Like just ads or AdWords. I am a cheap click. That's going to be my name. Don't put it on the VHS though. But when you used to buy the cheap traffic from YouTube to your YouTube video, it would like boost whatever in YouTube, and then once you turn that off, it kind of would settle back down a little bit.
Yeah, so you'll be on completely, like, so it'll drop you off completely, more so than where you, like, worse off than before.
Seems like it.
So you can use it as a negative tool.
Gotcha. Unless the video can maintain the traffic it had.
Okay, yeah, so that's what, okay, yeah, gotcha.
Makes sense.
That makes more sense.
But Liam Quirk's got a question. He got himself a branded domain from ODYS, and the company who let the domain expire still has a knowledge panel. Any tricks on how to reclaim this? Or should I
would leave it, and I would just, continue to build the entity as you're going to build it for what you're doing with that domain.
Yeah.
And leverage
especially if you're getting click-through from it, I would leave it.
Yeah, I wouldn't dick around.
And if it's still somewhat niche relevant to what you're building out now, which it should be, you're not going to go on ODYS and buy something that's not a niche that you need.
Their domain recommendations are pretty good, like how they offer, like how they tell people to monetize. Like I'm literally using like their recommendation off of their interface. They do a good job of their market research. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing with what they're doing. Like Alex is doing a good job. His team's doing a good job. Yes. ODYS is Ryan asked, "What's this ODYS?" It is a domain marketplace.
He knows. He's lying. He's in here every fucking week.
He doesn't know anything.
But Kazi Farhan is putting all CSS style sheets in the head. A good idea for the web speed. Putting all my GS in the footer. Should it help? It should help the loading rates.
Yeah, you should take it out of the page, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want the code bloat personally, but you can put it in the head if you want and stick everything up there so that it's all like loaded in code. No, I mean, honestly, you want to do what's optimized for that. If you're having a call to a file that's like hanging up, then maybe it needs to be in page, but in most cases, it's a weird question. That's a weird way to say that, but.
Dude, I got the vaccination yesterday and they tell you to stay hydrated. I've got to pee like every 15 minutes now. I swear to God, because I'm drinking that much more water.
Did it make you sick or no?
No, I'm just a little achy, but I went to the gym today. Craig will see when he checks his Facebook. I called him out. I said, I'm training for you. I'm coming for you, big boy. He's ripping the bag.
Listen, the next event we're at in person, we can fucking... I know you like a scrap anyway. We can just have a fucking scrap.
We're going to sell out on that next one. The next, just imagine the buildup from people wanting to go to one of these big events, and then we have a fucking boxing arena. We might have to have it at, where they have those big casino, where's the Trump Taj Mahal? Yeah, let's do the Trump Taj Mahal in Jersey City.
There you go.
That's nice. Yeah. All right,
for me.
No, we can't do it at the MGM.
I can't even go to some of those hotels anymore, dude.
I won't even
get that crunchy beef.
Right. I'm gonna be the YouTube video in P1. Mine's currently 2 in the free pack. This is search results. Honestly, at that point, I think it's your metrics, dude. What do you think, Craig?
Yeah, just get retention up.
Yeah, I think you've just got to keep going, keep doing what you're doing, get retention up, clicks, engagement, all of that kind of stuff. So that is what's going to help you get into other positions. Just try and send traffic from multiple sources. Push notifications, email list, paid Facebook ads, whatever. Try and mix it all up. Someone mentioned, I think it was Clint, PandaBot. I've never used PandaBot, but do you guys recommend something like that for this type of thing?
It's just a bot builder, so you got to be careful. And when you're botting like that, I feel like your proxies are the most crucial.
I would prefer to use traffic personally,
if you can use real people.
Traffic, dude.
Yeah.
And
what are your thoughts about doing it behind the embed wall, on embedded elsewhere outside of YouTube, dude? Have you been playing around with a lot of that at all lately, or what metrics behind embed wall?
I think, and I hope Holly doesn't mind me saying this, but Holly has mentioned it several times. I've done Holly's course and stuff like that, and I think, the difference between doing something like that, so people are obsessed with ranking on YouTube. But I think, with the embeds and everything, it helps with your organic, getting that video into the organic search as well. So I just don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to use that as part of your strategy and 100% embed it on other websites. More traffic, more clicks, more engagement. There's just so many benefits.
So traditionally, behind an embed wall for Google or YouTube traditionally has offered a level of protection that isn't there when you're actually on the platform itself. There's a lot of.
I think crowd search used to have that option. They would go and actually watch your videos on. If you had them embedded.
Does Dan still have that? Is crowd search still up? Because I've got
it's still a thing. I think my credit card updated, so I don't have my account anymore. But yeah,
it is.
I know. Yeah, I know people are still using it for sure.
So like for crowd search, I mean, that kind of thing, like using the quality score type searching with video has traditionally done quite a good job. Auto loops work like gangbusters. Yeah, I would imagine so for sure. What course are you talking about for Holly? Because we can plug that here. I don't know what she's teaching, dude.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if she still got it, but it was just a YouTube course that she done with that guy, Luke Fanders or whatever he's called. I can't remember his second name, but this was maybe before Christmas. I'm not sure if she still got it. In fact, let me check. hollystarts.com. So guys, I would highly recommend having a look at Holly's stuff. I'm a big fan.
Holly's been around a long time doing some fun stuff for sure. There's no question.
So I'm just checking course. I mean, Holly's got all sorts on here: hijacking guest post, dirty image stuff. The YouTube courses is there. It's the Luke's Victory SEO Advanced is the one that I wanted to do. Obviously, for me, I don't claim to be a YouTube expert. I wanted to know what Holly and what Luke were doing and stuff, and they do amazing stuff and try amazing stuff. So, Holly's got all sorts on our website. If you go to store.hollystarts.com, dirty little image trick, and God knows what else on there. It's each to their own, but I've learned a lot from Holly. Just it's in particular where YouTube's concerned.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I mean, the metric stuff. I mean, I think we've all been watching it for a very fucking long time now. It's been years, like since I started testing like CTR. I think I started testing CTR in like 2013 or 2012.
I used to love crowd search plus GMB. It would push like everything. It was crazy. You bust through your credits, but it was amazing. We pushed Deb for Boston SEO. She was like number 5 or 6. And I was like, can I try this crowd search thing that I've been hearing about? Yeah, sure. And then
Site Pop is the one that Clint's mentioning down there, like John Limbacher. Site Pop installs on like different devices, and it absolutely works. I mean, there's no question that it works. Like you can actually run that and throw that down. ZP is ZP. I would say is a good Swiss Army knife. It just really depends, I think, on the setup there, Holly. Like really depending on how you can handle it once you've got it running. I would say, because like for you it's one thing, but for like someone else, I think there's a lot of issue to get to the point where you're at. But I mean that's just all like time and experience, in my opinion.
Yeah. Also, that guy from Site Pop, Jim Limbacher, is going to be in my podcast in the next week or so.
He's a cool dude.
I've got him coming on. I have played around with his tool as well, but looks good. So if you
I think Jordan got thrown out of a Best Buy for installing his software on the phones in the display area.
Sounds about right. I used to drive around to different like Starbucks or wherever you can pick up like a free Wi-Fi and then go that route.
Yeah, I used to do that and pick up dudes.
Yeah, caramel macchiato should be your nickname.
I need a caramel macchiato,
a tall one.
But as Holly says there,
I agree.
I'll always try and mix it up and try and get an element of real traffic in there. And Jordan,
it's kind of like link building is the way I look at bots, Craig. It's like I don't want my the link building that I control to be 100% of what's going on, dude. Just like my traffic, I don't want to control 100% of that, or else it's like taking that shot. You take that first hit of heroin and you keep taking more and more and more. Everyone knows what that's like, right?
I've never done heroin, Mike. Yeah, to be quite honest. Yeah.
No, you guys don't understand?
Mm-mm.
I was reading something else there. Just looking at this message very quickly, just skim reading it. I read it as saying something else.
Foreskin.
Just when I seen it coming in, I'm just like, and then you talk, I didn't even listen. I'm just like,
yeah. When you see kids in foreskins in the same sentence, you'd start thinking about
you get Craig's attention.
video and shit, dude.
But anyway, kids are using.
Brian about got kicked out of this chat.
Liam Quirk, recommendations from ODYS were amazing. The original brand was based in Canada, mostly links from US news sites, but my experience is UK. Would it be better targeting US than UK for affiliate? Liam, that is a dumbass question. Of course we go after America. There's more people, more money. Why the hell would you focus in the UK? Out of all the affiliate websites I've ever had, now don't get me wrong, as a rookie affiliate, I was doing UK.
Yeah, if you want to do something like
I used to hate when
you do the UK.
I would hate when you UK fuckers would come out with an SEO course and show how to rank. Oh, I'll get overnight rankings. And it's like they throw up a GMB or they throw a page in. And it's back when indexing was a lot quicker. But they would do that and they would go for some random city in the UK. And this is back when I was starting. It's like a Warrior Forum shit. I'm like, oh, that's fucking awesome. I'm going to try that. So I did it for like Greensboro, which isn't huge. I'm like sitting there waiting. And it's totally fucking different market. And in the UK versus US, especially how long we've been doing this, Mike? Like at least 6-7 years ago, it would have been when I was onto that shit. But yeah, it was funny.
I think Craig's right, dude. Like honestly, the bigger the market, the better. But I mean, if there's something that you can get into in the UK that is small and is not in the US, like there's decisions to make based on like the revenue that might make the UK better. But in general, I think Craig's spot on. Like
I know people in the US that do exceptionally well with Espanol based PPL. I don't speak the Spanish, so I can't do it. But yeah.
If you look at it, look, if it's Amazon affiliate or whatever you're going to be doing, you still get the credit from America, the UK, and everything if you're signing up with one link. So, but primarily,
I would always go .com.net or .org for sure. I wouldn't go .co.uk or anything like that. Yeah. So then, like you said, it's going to bleed over. If it's pretty strong in the US, it's going to bleed over the UK, Australia, any English-speaking, any of the big ones,
But you can also, as you say, target other countries, for very niche-specific things and all that. But in general, if anyone says to me, where in the world are you doing affiliate? I'm going for America. That's where the money's at and all the traffic's at. So
too many fucking people here.
Yeah, but yes, Vicky Verma was asking about a template. Check out Theme Forest, as Jordan says.
Yeah, Theme Forest is good, but get the most simple looking theme you can get on Theme Forest because they're a pain in the ass sometimes. A general blog theme on Theme Forest would be newspaper. If you're going to have like any type of blog, you can build an agency website with it, but newspaper, Ryan Rodden suggested it to Mike and I years ago, and I have never stopped using it. So I love it.
This TikTok question here, I want to see specific conversions because so far no one's been able to show me anything that I'm super impressed with when it comes to conversion off of TikTok. What are your thoughts, Craig?
I mean, I play with TikTok and I can get the traffic, I can get the views.
How many followers you got on TikTok?
44,000 or something right now. I posted a video last night, which is me hitting my head like someone kicked a ball through a window and we basically mashed it and it hits me in the back of the head and I headbutt the fucking shower screen. And it's just like a Laurel Hardy stupid.
Yours cracked me up.
And it's got like 315,000 just before I checked. Like within 24 hours, 315,000 fucking views. But anytime I post anything about affiliate marketing or anything else, it like gets 200 views. No one's fucking interested in TikTok for business stuff. Not in my opinion anyway. Certainly not the people who follow me. It's more of a
Gary Vaynerchuk is pushing for it hard. Where I see TikTok is monetizable is when it's joined. It's combined with other networks, and like my wife does a lot of like hair, Instagram, and primarily Instagram and TikTok. I think she just crossed over 200K on TikTok. But it's like you get it as essentially a bundle. So you do something for both and then you put it up, so get followers and get money that way, to be honest.
I'd like to see stats and see how people
curious to see what kind of traffic actually comes through there too. Because if you can get traffic, then even if it doesn't convert, you can use it for
there's ways to use it for sure.
Yeah.
TikTok is good for OnlyFans conversions, though. And that's probably true. The amount
but you get into trouble because I have had specific conversations with women on TikTok, and their shit gets taken down off of TikTok all the time. Honestly, if I were doing OnlyFans, which, you know, for the knee stuff, you know, I might. I've got a name for it, but I don't want to tell anyone what the OnlyFans is going to be called. All right, I'll tell. If you want to know, I'll tell you. If you're going to bend my arm, bees knees. Yeah. Bees knees, and it's just going to be nothing but knees. I want to see how many people I can get to subscribe to this fucking thing for like $1 a month or something. But yeah, I would go Reddit over to OnlyFans, to be honest. For anyone looking for OnlyFans marketing.
Reddit's the shit.
Hey, Mike, can we set up a site and start getting OnlyFans consulting?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
OnlyFans consulting. Just there's a lot of girls on there doing feet, showing their feet and selling.
Bro, dude, I had a partner that was like way into feet, dude. Like the masseuse that he brought in for the office, like was like all about feet and shit, dude. Like, dude.
You had a masseuse in your office?
What's that?
You had a masseuse in your office?
We did, dude. We used to have her come in on Fridays, dude.
Nice. I need to instill that here. It's just me.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Don't worry, Kelsey. It's just
we gotta look for write-offs. So
yeah, it's a write-off. You can't be blatant. We had girls go from 5K posting on TikTok jump to 20K almost instantly. Yeah, it's definitely in terms of service play for sure.
They seem to pick and choose for whatever reason. I don't know. And of course, this is just hearsay from my perspective. I haven't actively pushed an OnlyFans account.
People report everything on TikTok. So if you do a video that's got any kind of
butt cheek in it,
if someone wanted to report it, you'll get taken down quite quickly. So that's a fucker, and it's a big flaw in their system. So you need to be careful of that. What is this? Can you get Mike to talk about that SEO plugin bot?
It's just a hook where basically, like if you think about a backdoor for WordPress, it's a backdoor for a browser. So, I mean, you can do it just by developing plugins if you want, like Chrome plugins. There's holes and hooks you can put into those things so you can access the browser.
Cool. I'm assuming that's not something you really want to go too deep into on here.
No, I don't. Not at all.
Yeah, 1 or 2 reports of a live stream and you're banned from streaming forever. It's seriously undermanaged. No, not that, Mike. She's talking about Get SEO Bot.
The fuck is Get SEO Bot?
Oh, wait, maybe it's the same bot.
I don't know what the fuck Get SEO Bot is. Maybe I'm confused.
That's highly likely. I get confused a lot.
Honey's asking a question while Mike's figuring out what Get SEO Bot is. Should I choose a bunch of domains with 10 to 20% the same backlink profile for PBN?
If they're authority websites, then it makes a ton of sense to do so. Yeah. Like if I'm going for if I'm building out a mini net for a substance abuse network, and they all have links from rehabs.com, any of the big ones, then I'm completely okay with that.
So you definitely, that's the thing about the link graph, is that there's patterns that you definitely want to see in different markets. You don't necessarily want it across markets, but you might find some of our networks, a lot of those domains have the same 5 or 6 domains linking to them, because those domains are extremely important in that graph. So
those domains are ranking for the keywords that we want to go for.
Yeah, it's like a seed set. Like if you know that you can get a bunch of domains with links from a domain that ranks for all these terms that you want to rank for, well, then you're like 2 hops away from something that's already on page 1 for the terms that you want to rank for. Those backlinks are going to be more important to you than other ones. So you absolutely can. You mean you're talking about NFG Secret.com. Okay, NFGsecret.com. Yeah. So basically,
and it's in stuff. Some of the stuff from NFG Secret is also in Mininet training because it's coincides.
Yes, those, and we still have it on everything. Like, Buddy just sold us. Even a site got hit. It got offered $500K for the purchase. It got hit in December. Still sold for $250K. Like based off of what's going on here, and this is all about like validated entities linking to you essentially. So like if you jump into NFGsecret.com and you look at that plugin, the owners will pop up, like you can get in touch with all of them. It absolutely works for local. It works for national, like finance markets. That's kind of like what we're talking about with these site sales. In rehab, like it works extremely well pretty much anywhere you go. Now, we do not put it on like mass sites because we try to keep it clean. It is how we run agencies. Like
works exceptionally well for local clients.
Yeah, if we want to like take a $2,000 contract or $1,000 contract, like this is how we will fulfill it because the cost is really low. I mean,
DUI lawyer San Diego or whatever. Yeah. Is that what we ranked for with that? And all we did was
we did. I think we did DUI in San Diego for that. Like straight up terms for like wine, like bulk terms for wine, like short tail wine terms. Like you can pretty much rank what you want with it if you use it on top of other methods, depending on if you're doing local or national. In national, you might need some additional shit. In local, like we literally have run agencies just using that.
Especially when they've got an entity already set up for their site. Then all you do is throw the plugin on, it reinforces and links to your site, plus all of your social, which they should already have, and build citations.
Yeah, you're essentially getting citations from other websites in a related market that have a GMB. So you're getting like validated entities linking to you, like real businesses linking to you. And it's essentially a content management system that allows you to share content out with other sites that are trying to rank in the same networks. The free version, you're going to need to do your own content. Like when you pay onto that, they end up putting out content for you. It manages your cluster. Essentially, it'll go in and it will build your cluster out so that it builds a ranking set of like seed pages. And then that cluster will be published on another website and another website and another website. So you've got both ends of the edge controlled by the plugin by sharing content.
Next question, Mark Rolls. What good sources do you have for building press links?
Like newspaper links or actual press releases?
I assume he just means press release. Yeah.
We've always traditionally used like iWire and shit like that.
Was Quantum?
Quantum Newswire, I still drop shit through.
Yeah.
NFGsecret.com is where you can get that plugin. NFGsecret.com.
Just put it up.
And I would suggest watching the webinar before asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
So that
at least the first half of the webinar.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Have any of you guys heard of the Vietnam method for YouTube? Everyone keeps talking about it in various forums and groups. I'm trying to figure it
out. I have an idea what it could be. You know,
sounds super dirty, dude.
Yeah,
man. I bet you it's not though. I bet you that's a few jackasses just like, let's see what these fuckers do.
Mike and I have done that before. Well, not like where we put out like false information, but we've taken shit, renamed it, and then thrown it out there, and we're like, all right, let's see if this comes
like
back.
Content maturation, bitches.
Yeah, I still can't spell it.
We had a mastermind with James Dooley and a few of the other UK guys, and people always take photos, but you know what people are like? They'll zoom in on the photos to fucking look at the whiteboard and all that shit. So we just wrote a random bunch of shit on the whiteboard, and I think it said something about, it said on it, this is no joke, we were laughing at Holly Starks because someone came up with a rumor that she had a dungeon with all these people working in it and all that shit. So we had like something.
That is true though.
Yeah. So it had some truths on it. It said Holly Stark's dungeon. Then it said send links to the HT access file. Now, and it had a bunch of other shit. Then literally we posted it out on Facebook and all that. And people were starting to get phone calls, messages. What the fuck is this? How do I send a link to the HG access file? Like, people out there are just making shit up and just go for anything anyone says. And I think this Vietnam method is one of those fucking methods where someone's just made something up and fucking seen how many people. Yeah, Dan Ray, you would have seen it. It's in that group. I saw people.
I know. Okay. If you look at what live IRL is doing, like, it's a silo play. It's just a categorization and a cluster play is what it is. It is actually leveraging clickbait to get click through into your playlist and to go in and get the metrics on the secondary video. Like, it's like basically, so what, like, I've had sites that I've utilized like porn overlays over like a real video to increase the view time on the page. Like, it's kind of the same thing. You're using clickbait to make metrics essentially. So
someone's just made up a name, Vietnam method, and fucking.
I think Marco does something similar to this, like Marco from Semantic Mastery. I think he does this.
Yeah, but apparently they're using extremely cheap traffic from certain ad networks. So, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Holly, we literally were just Holly Stark's dungeon. I never forget. I was also we were in Chiang Mai 2018. Holly was there. I was there speaking, and there was this other guy. I'm not going to mention them. The two guys were from an agency in the UK, and Holly was doing her talk and all that, and she was talking about all different things as she does. And the guy went, "Oh man, I feel fucking dirty after listening to Holly talk. Like, my agency's so clean and white hat. Like, she's just a fucking monster and she does all these dirty things." But the guy was then telling other people the story after having beers, and Holly said something along the lines of, you know, using homeless people or whatever it was and giving them soup and getting them to do the click-through rate on a phone. But it turned
all the homeless people that have phones?
Yeah. Well, I don't even fucking know. But by the end of the night, the guy was telling people that Holly had a dungeon and she was like whipping these fucking people. Like, the story had just grew arms and legs, which was quite funny. And yeah, the guy's proper squeaky clean, and he'd never heard any proper black hat shit. So
you call that Craigslist freaking gig board, dude.
But yeah, so sorry, Holly. That was actually Dooley that done that, Holly, so blame him. By the way, do you have a mastermind or kind of closed group? In the UK, we do have the odd mastermind here and there, but we don't just let anyone come into it. You've obviously got
I've tried to get into it for years, dude.
Well, the big thing is you don't live in the UK, Mike.
I know, dude.
You'd be welcome. You would be getting in.
I don't think so.
But the problem we've got as experienced guys, and you guys will be the same as well, Mike, sometimes you go to these masterminds and you're offering so much value and there's so many people there that are just sitting, sponging everything up, and we're like, well, where the fuck's the value for us? Like, what are we getting out of this? Absolutely nothing. So I think, you know, what we tend to do is try and hook up with just proper people. Like if Holly Starks is in the UK, or you know, that's why we came to America, to meet guys like you guys, because we learn when we surround yourself with these type of people. And obviously I was able to hoodwink my way into speaking at your event, but you know, I would have been to that event.
Not really hoodwink. That was a badass presentation.
No, you did a good job, dude. And honestly, like I honestly didn't know who you were until Jordan mentioned you, and like I'm like, he said like so and so, and I'm like, I looked at you. I mean, I didn't even check out who you were, bro. I just heard good things, and I'm like, dude, do you want to come to the US, dude? And I'm glad you came, man. It was nice to meet you.
But that's what you have to do, though. It's just sometimes you need to know a guy that gets you in and stuff like that. And that's it. And by the way, Dan, Holly is coming to the UK later on in the year. Holly's been in the UK a few times. I think Holly was at Brighton SEO a few years ago, and stuff like that as well. I think you were at Brighton anyway, Holly. I can't remember. But Holly also came to SEO Birmingham, Charles's event. So she was there just as an attendee, which I was like, why the fuck is she not talking? But yeah, trying to get into these kind of closed groups, because you guys will have closed things that you deal with, like masterminds and shit that not everyone can come to, surely. And you can't just invite random ass people in, surely.
No, you can't. I mean, because honestly, you want to spend time with the people that are also helping you grow as well, dude.
Yeah,
like
that's what I want. Like, we could chat shit all day and, you know, learn from each other, different tactics, different tools, different everything. But if you're going and people are just chatting shit, it's no good. You know, how do I get more clients and shit like that? No one wants to talk about that stuff.
More client, dude. It's like your stream.
I just you got to play that Wolf of Wall Street scene where he's like, pick up the fucking phone, you know.
Pick up the phone.
Adam, Poland, there are still tickets available. There's only 300 people going to that one. But yeah, you got to grab them as soon as you can. And yeah, you met her at Charles's event. And Holly says she will come to the UK when shit starts to open up. But
I actually want to head over to the team in like Eastern Europe, kind of, and so I think I might stop through sometime, dude, and say what's up. To be honest,
you going to Poland?
Yeah, I might be over there somewhere.
Poland's good, man. We're going to Poland in I think it's the start of September. There's a conference I've spoken at over in Poland for the last 2 years. I'm not speaking this year. They asked me to speak again. I'm like, dude, I don't want to fucking speak this time. I just want to come and get fucked up. Because I don't want to be that guy that's on every fucking conference either. But me, Dooley, and a few other guys are going over there, man. If you tie it in with that, honestly, the fucking monsters over there. Like, when I say the word monster, I'm not using it loosely. There is some fucking animals over there, like, got some mad shit, like shit I hadn't even heard of. There was a dude that said to me, he actually reminds me of you, Mike. He's a big tall guy and all that, and he says, dude, I don't want to talk about anything. If I can't automate it, I'm not fucking interested. Don't talk fucking some bullshit CTR stuff to me. I only want shit that I can automate. And this guy he's just like some mad developer, and he fucking just has so many fucking weird ass tools that it blow your fucking brains off, man. So yeah, they're doing some mad shit.
Automation definitely makes life easier, dude.
Yeah. And who's Dan Penny's castle in Scotland? I'm not fucking paying 10 grand. I've looked him up. He's like 100 miles north, man. I've done a bit more research, but I wouldn't be paying him 10 grand to get my fucking ass whooped and fucking spoken.
He would whoop your ass. And that whole thing lasts for a year. He just emails you until you beg him to stop.
You beg him, stop, Dad, stop.
No, pretty much, yeah, no exactly. More. We should start doing that, Mike. We get paid to cuss people out every day. That's like a dream job for me. Yeah,
man, that would be the dream job for me. 25.
All right, Robert. I'm going to start emailing Robert all the time.
It used to be 10K. He must have upped it. His YouTube game is strong. You know, let's work on it. We all three of us, we can go together, and we'll call it we'll think of a name. Instead of a castle, what could we use? What else is badass? Or make it dirty.
Campbell, man, dude.
Yeah, the janitor's closet in North Carolina or something. Yes. And and then you just get like reamed every day by all three of us, and you give us 10 to 25K. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you see rimmed or reamed?
Reamed. Or, I don't know if that's EE or EA, but yeah, reamed.
Rimmed and reamed.
Rimmed and reamed. Yeah, you got to do one before the other.
Diggity is stopping his event.
Not to my knowledge, he's not. Obviously, Thailand with COVID and stuff. It's.
I would think any of that shit would be hard right now. Maybe pausing it for a few years.
But he's probably he's not doing it this year. The problem you've got with that is Matt's not going to pay out all the advertising and shit when he doesn't know if the conference is going to go ahead. So you know, it's not he's not doing it this year. I don't believe, but I've not heard that he's stopping it altogether. I think it'd be crazy if he did. And yeah, the houseboat at the Lake of the Ozarks.
You watched that movie on Netflix, Craig?
Nah, I don't even know it. I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's a big lake in Missouri. Holly's dungeon is full, from what I hear. So,
full of homeless people with phones.
Homeless people.
Reeks in there. Yeah.
Don't got a home, but I got my phone.
Yeah, that's about right.
Loads. Right, so I'm having a mastermind at the campground, which I don't know what that means.
Campgrounds. It's where you go to camp. Like you pull in your RV. Yeah. RV or a tent. Yeah.
So load all the boys in some cabins, log cabin shit. And yeah,
so
cool.
We went to a place in Bumfuck, Kentucky one time, and it was a campground / cabin place, and there were like you know the tiny homes that people can pull behind. Had a bunch of those that you could rent, or you could bring your RV camper thing. So we could do it in one of those. It's called Yogi Bear or something or other.
But there has to be
right next to Dinosaur World.
There has to be a dungeon where if you do something bad, you get sent into Holly and something bad happens.
We could probably rent an extra cabin and just turn it into a dungeon, leave all the shit up, and then when we head out, we just leave all the shit in there. And then like the people that go to clean it afterwards just see like this massive dungeon, which would be hilarious.
Holy dungeon. Oh, man.
Get that in like neon. Yeah.
Yeah. That could be some badass shit, but yeah, no, I hope something happens in America later this year as well. Brighton SEO's back in person in July this year, which is the biggest kind of event.
What works best for you? What month, Craig?
Man, September, October time is probably good.
Yeah. I was thinking September this year, dude.
We could do it in Greensboro. I've got a boxing gym.
No, I'm thinking like September, honestly, dude. Again,
I'd love to for my birthday.
October's going to be hard this year for me, so I think September.
You going all in on Halloween?
Going all in, baby. Yeah. Supposed to go on a cruise and shit.
Disney again?
Yeah. Don't tell my kids.
I won't. You going alone?
I don't know if it's going to be or not, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, cruises are rough.
Still trying to find out if they're my kids, too.
Mm-hmm. Holly, just take your kiddo to Greensboro to get married. You don't sort that shit out there.
Yeah, we've got chapels and shit. I just went to a wedding in Greensboro. Nice. It was Irish based, like because they're not religious. So I guess apparently they're both like Irish Scottish things. So they did the hand binding type stuff. Yeah, that is going to be Mike and his daughter's wedding.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. Whoever that guy may be having an easy ride of it, man.
He's got to be tough if he's from Idaho.
Yeah. But also, Brighton are charging 15 grand for a speaking slot.
Really?
So you got to pay to speak?
15 grand. Holly, I've told you before, man, that ain't for you. That event is not for you. You will literally get hounded. It's like proper white hat people that go to that event.
That's for me. That's my kind of event.
Yeah, look at that hair. He's got to be white hat.
Honestly, mate, they wouldn't know what you were saying. They would literally not know what you were saying. It would go all over their heads.
No one knows what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, no one.
Sometimes I have to like reel them in and say English, and then we try.
I can fall off a chair though.
Yes, in the middle of a fucking webinar.
Holly, I will send you their sponsorship thing. I'll email it to you, and you'll see that you just don't get in if you pitch. Simple as that. They want your money. Why you would pay 15 grand to speak there and never be able to monetize it because the audience is all beginners is just beyond comprehension, really. But it's good for branding and stuff.
Greg,
like that.
You can pay me to come talk at my town.
I could pay you to come and talk in your town, and I'll pay for my flights and everything, and fucking yeah.
I'll give you dinner.
They said I was too black hat. Never mind Holly. Yeah, Dan.
They said I was too black. I don't know why.
But yeah, it's a great event though for networking and shit like that, which is on in July, which I'm looking forward to just meeting up with people again and having a few beers. But obviously, if you guys are doing something in September, man, I'll be there.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good month for it, and just need to determine if we want to go to the beach or we want to go to North Carolina.
There's a boxing ring in North Carolina, Craig. Check out Facebook though. You're going to back out.
That just doesn't want to fucking travel, dude. He's like,
There is, yeah.
Yeah, but did you not say, Mike, you need to like get a fucking plane into your town? No, where the fuck?
Yeah, dude, if I have to charter a fucking Cessna from where I live, and so I fly like an hour and a half down to like an airport that I can fly to LA from and shit.
And as Jordan says, you have to go to the post office just to get a damn pizza. It's
true, dude. Like me and Jordan, like I ordered a pizza for delivery, and Jordan's like, "What do you mean we gotta go somewhere, dude?" And I'm like, "We gotta go to the post office so they'll deliver it, dude. They won't bring it
just far enough out to where you have to know who to call, so they'll deliver."
Exactly, dude. It's freaking hilarious.
Papa John's will deliver.
We don't get any. I can't even get mail at my house, bro. Like you can't get the post office to come.
Mike, you barely get the internet up there. Pretty bad.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true. You would buy guest posts instead of PBNs because they're easier and easier to scale. If you have a PBN network, you do have to manage that. You have to worry about decay. You have to worry about maintenance, servers going up and down. That's why you would buy guest posts.
Also variety, dude. There's a lot of reasons. Not saying that guest posts is my favorite thing or anything. Like I don't like new pages. I'm not a big fan of new pages, but at the end of the day, yes, if you're doing your PBN correctly, you're building a mini-net. I do prefer a mini-net site that can make me money and build my link as well. However, like if you're going in and you have a new client in a new market, that's not necessarily an option right away.
Yeah, we use guest posts as like primarily vanity links and back those up with edits.
Yep.
If we're going to use them.
Yeah, more cost effective as well. What's the cost of a PBN getting built, really, if you get a domain, the build and all that against the
get a good domain, it's balls expensive.
But but if you're going to get like something new or that's like just an expired, I mean, you're in $20 after when you're all said and done, maybe, you know? And then if you're treating it correctly after a year or so, it's a solid ass domain to get a link from.
Into deep sigh.
Where do you get your clients from, Craig?
I'm not interested in clients. I just do my own shit.
He's got a job at the massage parlor. It's called Happy.
So he doesn't need clients now.
But obviously, if you are looking for clients, I do get offers of doing work for people through videos, just putting yourself out there, speaking at events.
Network, like he said, speaking events. I tried the local chambers, but like, dude, they're it's funny. You go to a local chamber of commerce event, everyone's trying to sell something. Like
no, I know that's who's there. Is everyone trying to sell?
Yeah, you want to buy political signs? No, I don't.
Funnel off of Meetup.com. It was a funnel from a Meetup sponsorship into Facebook, Facebook CRM or SRM that offered a free audit, which was literally just like, give me your domain on the webinar. One of you gets a free audit. And that's how I captured the leads, and it converted pretty well. There's just clever ways you can do it. Maybe just go out and rank for like My City SEO. That's all you have to do.
That one can bring in clients, but don't expect like a flood of clients.
No, I just have never seen success with it, even on a mass page that's like level, dude.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, like if you have a My City SEO and then you get one client from it and you're charging, just say bare minimum $1,000 a month, and you keep them for 18 months. I mean, was what little effort you put into it worth the 18 grand? Probably. But do you want to deal with clients? Probably not, you know? So references are the best way to get clients, though, hands down.
I think that's a solid funnel that Dan dropped there. I would say that's solid.
So there's a few LinkedIn voice notes can help you. Jared saying finding people and just sending them
easy clients. These are the ones you want, the ones that are super.
You want people at like 4, 5, 6 in the map pack that you can push up. But in that case, though, you're still cold calling or cold emailing. Yeah. You've got to do that shit at scale. So don't plan to send out like 10 emails and be like, I pray I get a client. You got to send out like 10,000.
No, because honestly, at 5% conversion, you're doing extremely well in that case. You know,
I'd be surprised at 5% conversion for SEO.
I'd be surprised at too.
Cold SEO.
But anyway, we are out of time. But do check out nfgsecret.com. Also check out nfgseo.com/7. Also
check out Mike's gun channel.
Yeah, do a gun channel. But yeah, do give us a like and subscribe on here if you haven't already. Do check out odys.cc for £100, and also check out Holly Starks for whatever she's got on there. YouTube.
Oh, the Dungeon. I think actually I have a song for Holly. It's called Dungeon.
So. And she's got to get that domain now. Holly'sDungeon.com.
Holly'sDungeon.com.
If it's not already taken.
Yeah, you could have like a backdrop on her YouTube videos where she's sitting there and it's like fucking like shit.
Like some S&M shit in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could just be her brand now. Just
you want to hear a funny story? This is real quick though. So I used to have as my, like when I figured out how to change the text tone, like when that was real big back in the day. I had one, it's available. It was like whoosh, whoosh. Thank you, Daddy. And so I visit my father's place of work. I was in college at the time, and had my phone on. It wasn't on silent, and we're sitting there talking to some dude he works with, and all of a sudden I hear out of my pocket, whoosh, whoosh, thank you, Daddy. And that meant I got a text, but I forgot to fucking turn that shit off.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, put out value anywhere you can. Honestly, I would probably go YouTube and just like put that out everywhere, and then you've got content that you can use for Facebook ads and shit like that. Just start putting out value, and eventually you're going to get shit back in. So,
and also finally check out Dan Ray's OnlyFans
and Brad's Bee's Knees.
Bee's Knees, and Mike's going to have one as well. He's got to. Not sure what it is yet, but
it's Holly'sDungeon.com. It's available for registration, dude.
That's who's in the background is Mike.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much, and we will catch you all next week.